So the manager and sole proprietor of 1UP Games in Yakima gave me this. It doesn't work. He said it doesn't work, but he's like, maybe you can Frankenstein something out of it. You can see the poetry written throughout it as well. See what it looks like on the inside. Now this does not work, but maybe I can strip it and turn it into something else. We'll see. Deal or no deal style. It doesn't look bad, it just looks dirty. It's not the right game. This NES Open Tournament Golf is a SK-ROM or something like that. And this is an NROM 256, which is like Super Mario Brothers 10-yard fight. Already it's not going to be one of those, but maybe we can still clean it up, put a different game on here, and then maybe we can still use this for something else. So we're not going to scrap it completely. Let's see what else we can find out. We're going to strip it, but first we need to remove the chips, both of them. We need to remove both of these, and they're soldered in there. Fortunately, I have a desoldering gun. Unsoldered on the other side. Gotta be careful to remove the chips, that you don't take trace amounts with you. And these are junk now. These are RAM. These are read-only memory. You can't write it or anything on them, so you can either keep them and pop them back in there later, but I'm just gonna toss these. Here's what it looks like without any chips on it. Very dirty. I'm gonna clean this up really quick. I wonder why it wasn't working. Now, because we're making an NROM 256, we need to make sure that we find an NROM 256 to replace it with. These are all going to be super old games. Challenger is a pretty fun Famicom game that came out, never came out in America. Elevator Action, Flappy, some pretty good ones here. Alright, so I found a game for the NROM 256 called Super Dynamics Badminton. Now, I'm not going to tell you where to find ROMs. You can find those yourself. But the generous guy in Nintendo Age made this program called FamiROM that will split the ROMs for you. I need a PRG and a CHR, and I'm using the 27C512, which will fit it perfectly to pop back in where we popped out those other chips. I'm going to load up my chip right here. Here's one of two. Lock it in place. Load up the ROM. Make sure it's blank. Looks good. Write that file to it. Doesn't take very long on these smaller chips. Bigger games take longer, but you know. All right. First, we need to bend it kind of into place, only because the chips are kind of fanned out a little bit, so we need to kind of curl them in so they'll fit right in there. All right, we got both sides, but remember we unsoldered them, so now we have to resolder them. This just takes some soldering wick, your soldering iron, and hitting every single one. So that's the most of it. This should work. You should actually cover these up. I'm not going to bother covering up. But let's see if it works. But first we should put it back in. This should work. You should also cover these up. I'm not going to bother covering them up right now though, but you should. Because that's where all the memory is. If that gets erased or if that gets UV light on it, it could erase. So just pop it back in there. I'm going to use the same exact thing it came in just because I think it's hilarious. And here it is, badminton. Almost. Let's give it a label quick. Little label like that. Ta-da! Badminton. Now let's give it a shot. I hope it works. Alright, game's plugged into the coax. It's in here, top loader. In theory it should work. It does not. Well, we tried, didn't we? Alright, first attempt didn't work, but I'm destined to get this to work. The beautiful thing is you can just pop out the old ones and then pop it in a new one. Fortunately, I had another clean in 256 ROM board, and I can almost guarantee you this is going to work. Ta-da! Super Dynamics Baseball, or badminton, whatever you want to call this.
And there's even a flag.
Yeah, I'm playing Japan versus Canada, apparently. Alright. I've never actually played. Oh, go, go, go! Alright, I suck already. Anyway. Yay, it works. So the first one didn't work so well, but this one works alright. And if you want this one, not one like it, but this exact one, when I get up to 200 subscribers, we'll give it away to someone. So make sure you tell all your friends, have them subscribe, and you have a chance of winning this, the worst copy of badminton for the Nintendo I've ever seen in my life. But it's yours for free. I'll send it over to you when we hit 200 subscribers. We'll give it away. Thanks.